Simone Jardim, Florida Grand Slam. As you look at Tampa Bay, side of the Super Bowl boat parade that has gotten so much attention over the last few weeks, as the Lombardi Cup was tossed from boat to boat by Tom Brady, Cameron Brate, and the Super Bowl champs. Here we are just across the street from Raymond James Stadium, HCC Tennis Center, and you see our championship players on the court. Parenteau and Smith against Kovalova and Jardim. Second time we're seeing this matchup here today, and I just got to ask you, let's take it from the underdog standpoint, Scott. Parenteau and Smith, how can they possibly win this match with Kovalova and Jardim playing as well as they are? Game plan going in for these young ladies.
Well, first of all, they've already, like you said, squared off against them, so they know they're up against a Goliath in Simone Jardim and Lucy Kovalova. I think one thing that they need to do is stay patient in the points. They don't need to rush points. They don't need to give away any free points as well. Last weekend, we saw the wind play a huge factor in these matchups in Phoenix, Arizona. Today, not the case. It's going to be an even playing field. It's going to be skill versus skill. You're not going to have any wind factors or anything like that. The sun is kind of coming down now. The temperatures are cooling off just a bit here in Tampa. And I think Simone and Lucy have the same game plan each and every time. They're going to put Lucy Kovalova on the right, set up her two-handed backhand to just hammer those balls as they come over there. And Simone's going to basically be the captain of that ship. She's going to be the rudder of their boat. She guides and directs their team and really does a great job setting up Lucy Kovalova for winners.
Numbers on Simone. Look at the prize earnings. I think the most out of anybody here on the PPA Tour to date.
And that might be modest as well. I think she earns a lot of money through endorsements and stuff as well. And she's one of the most prolific pro players that we have in this sport. And one thing to notice, she's 40-plus years old. She's competing against women and other men who are in their 20s. And she's still dominating at the top of our sport. And that is significant, very significant. Lucy Kovalova, under 30 years old, teaming up with one of the most dominant players in the sport, Simone Jardim, in women's doubles. She told us on that little segment we did with her on the mic that they used to be competitors. They used to battle against each other, and then when they teamed up, it's been magic ever since.
Just about ready to get underway. Kovalova will serve it out of Wichita, Kansas, and we're underway. Parenteau and Smith near court. Kovalova and Jardim in the far court.
Point.
First point for Kovalova and Jardim.
1-0-2.
Lucy has just been playing this sport just less than 6 years. Still very much new to her, but you look at the dimensions of her game and how well varied she is and how good she is next to Simone.
2-0-2.
And it's amazing to think how good she eventually could become.
Side out. Zero, 2-1. Point.
There's some early success for Callie Smith straight across from Simone Jardim. That's the matchup we're going to see quite a bit is Callie Smith cross court from Lucy Kovalova and straight on with Simone Jardim.
Second serve. They both touch. Ball. Second serve.
Okay, so I'll explain that real quick. The argument from Catherine is that she hit the ball and that that wasn't her that was in the non-volley zone. But what they're talking about is when two players touch and one is in the non-volley zone, that transfers over to both players. So that it's still considered a fault. Even though Catherine Parenteau may have been out of the box when she hit it, if her partner was in, that's still a fault there.
Here we go.
Great defense by Callie Smith. They just worked their way back up to the neutral zone, and then she was able to put away that two-handed backhand, meeting Catherine Parenteau there. Beautiful finish on that point. They just worked their way back.
You win points like that against this duo also. It's got to build the confidence, right? Knowing that, hey, we're in this.
Absolutely.
Nice job by Simone. You know, Scott, we've given a lot of kudos throughout the day, but again, one more time, I want to mention pickleballtournaments.com. We've been watching the website throughout the day. They keep us informed on how players got here, and Melissa McCurley does a great job with them. And that website, really the pickleball hub on all the great tournaments across the country.
If I could use one word to describe pickleball tournaments and Melissa McCurley, it'd be seamless.
Point.
I think it's very important in game one for Smith and Parenteau to establish themselves early and keep this game close. They cannot let it run away like it did earlier when they lost 11-1, 11-2.
4-2-2.
Hit it just past the shoulder of Kovalova that time. Lucy ducks down, it heads out, and it's 5-2.
Ball. Replay. I'll recall the score. 5-2-2.
Oh, what a job. Simone Jardim once again. And it is 6-2. Again, this is a rematch. These two teams met earlier today. 2-0 in a match won by Jardim and Kovalova, trying to do the same here for a championship.
I think they've got to do some more of that where Catherine gets into those cross-court backhand dink sessions with Simone, and I believe she can win some of those and set Callie Smith up for some winners as well.
Second serve. 2-6-2.
2-6 now, Parenteau.
Again, that's the second time now in just the last few points where she's been able to take that ball hard across Simone's body and have some success. I'd love to see her go back to that again. Simone making a good adjustment there, though, circling around that backhand, keeping it to her forehand.
Oh, what a point. Lucy hits it just wide.
You know, Drew, this game is so much about rhythm and runs and momentum, and we're seeing that here from Smith and Parenteau right now. They've rattled off 3 or 4 points in a row, and really they're starting to find their groove, and I like what we're seeing from them at this point in game one.
And again, another paints the back line. And Parenteau and Smith with some wind at their back right now.
And we talked about this last week in Phoenix. Catherine has the ability to take a game over when she gets hot, so we'll see if that happens here. Also, Drew, I'm seeing some tendencies start to develop from Catherine and Callie. They're going to the forehand of Lucy Kovalova and the backhand of Simone Jardim. So they're trying to work those angles outside towards the line right now.
Second serve.
Second serve coming up into the net. Simone Jardim, the tournament named after her, trying to win her own tournament here in Tampa.
What a cool thing.
Point.
Into the net from Smith, another point. And now 2 points separates our competitors.
7-5-2. Point.
As the underdog, you need those to roll over for you. And right now, that one not working in their favor. A 3-point advantage now for Simone Jardim and Lucy Kovalova.
Our number 6 of coverage from Tampa. Parenteau and Smith.
Good defense there by Catherine Parenteau.
Jardim and Smith exchanging. How about this?
This is where they're working their way back up.
How about this?
What a dig by Callie Smith there. Lucy Kovalova staying patient.
Maybe the best point we've seen today. And it's not over yet.
A lob off the air, out of the air, defended well. My goodness, Drew Felios, what did we just witness?
Crowd here reacting. Even Kovalova and Jardim, they don't win the point. They are still applauding. That was beautiful on both sides.
The crowd really appreciating the effort from both sides there. It's a 3-point game. Catherine Parenteau serving now. They need to make a little run here, close this gap. That's too good by Callie Smith. If you're watching what I'm watching, we're seeing Catherine Parenteau and Callie Smith really start to hunker down.
Starting to feel really good about themselves.
Playing with a lot of confidence at the moment. But Simone is the dream stealer right there.
She is. And I mentioned last week, words of the late, great Kobe Bryant. She's got that Mamba mentality. I mean, she is just expecting greatness. I don't remember ever watching her have an off day. If she has a few off points, she corrects it quickly.
That's the best way to describe her for sure. There's that Ernie attempt from Lucy. They did that in Phoenix a couple times.
Oh, how about this?
That's incredible. The hand speed by all 4 ladies right there.
If you're a young pickleball player, what can you learn watching this match right here? What should you be watching between these two great teams?
Always expect the ball's coming back over the net, and always expect that the ball's coming back to you.
9-6.
Great advice. 9-6 now with Kovalova serving.
I don't think Simone meant to do that right there. She kind of got caught in mid-transition. She just lifted it up. That was not a shot she intended to hit. But Callie Smith better pay for it.
9-6-2.
Oh, good job by Parenteau. She has been right on top of things here in this game one.
You know, we talked earlier, the net giveth and the net taketh away, and right there it gave back to Catherine Parenteau and Callie Smith.
Still trailing by 3, though. Lots of work to do for the team in the near court.
It's definitely within reach.
But starting to feel a little bit more believable.
And you need some of those points like we just saw just to go in your favor. It's just a mental thing. Sometimes it opens up that door for you to feel like you can win.
Smith comes over. Kovalova right there.
Second serve.
And that one is out.
So that was one where I felt like Callie could have let that ball go, and I think it would have gone out, but she's in that hitting mode. So she went ahead and just hit it.
Correct. 7-9-2.
Within 2. Textbook dinking right here.
Watch how low all 4 ladies get. That's a key for success. As Catherine Parenteau puts that ball down the line, that's a small window to put that ball in, and Catherine did a great job of execution there.
Talk about being patient.
8-9-2.
Different sort of shot right there. Almost looked like one you'd hit in table tennis. But there goes Simone Jardim right back when you need a big shot.
So
she delivers.
So Catherine drove that ball cross court to the forehand of Simone. She's got to get away from that. She's got to drive that ball straight on, either to the forehand of Lucy Kovalova or at least to her backhand straight across the net.
Tough break that time for Parenteau. And now Jardim and Kovalova knocking on the door here, taking this game one.
10-8-1. The receiver
Timeout on the court.
scores 10-8.
Smith and Parenteau want to talk this over. Jardim and Kovalova will take a deep breath as well. The heavy favorites going into today have been challenged here in this first game, but they expected that. I mean, Parenteau and Smith, just too good of competitors. We'll take a hydration break. Son Landon rooting on mom this afternoon in Tampa. Here's a word from Jigsaw Health.
Think about when I'm playing is cramping or if you're able to perform 100%. Last US Open, I was playing singles and I was feeling like my right calf was getting like really stiff. And I was just like, okay, how can I help my body to perform better? When I start taking Jigsaw products, I'm gonna have energy, I'm gonna have good endurance, and I don't have to worry about me being tired or I'm gonna cramp, so I can just play 100%. You only have one body, so you need to take care of it.
Game point here. Game number one. Smith and Parenteau. Jardim and Kovalova. What a match we've seen so far.
Remember last week when I said Simone Jardim is a closer? That's what she does best right there. She picks the right moment to attack a ball and end the game.
All right, everybody, let's give it up for these
That
women
ball
out
barely
there.
bounces out. Let's take one more look. Tough to see it from that vantage point. Smith wanted the point.
2 more games to go, so don't go anywhere. Let's make sure we cheer them on.
That was a close game. That was back and forth. I think
All right, everybody, let's
Simone Jardim and Lucy Kovalova are the clear favorites, and they did what they had to do.
Quick word with men's doubles champion Matt Wright for Lucy Kovalova. We'll get you ready for game number 2. Come back to Tampa in a moment.
Play. By Jigsaw Health, it's fun to feel good. By ChampionshipCourt.com, your professional pickleball network. Foot Solutions. Your feet are the foundation of your health. Let's take care of them for you. By Fila Pickleball. And by The Dink, the new player in pickleball.
You're watching Championship Court on a super Saturday of pickleball from Tampa, Florida. Drew Fellio, Scott Golden, some of the best women's players in the game right now on the court entertaining. It is Smith and Parenteau versus Kovalova and Jardim. There's Lucia Kovalova awaiting serve. All Simone on this point.
That was incredible, Drew. Right out of the gate in game 2, we saw some fireworks. They picked up right where they left off. That's why I love watching the women's pro. They absolutely bring the fire every single time. They do not disappoint.
Crowd really enjoying this right now. Got a little bit cooler here on Championship Court. Temperatures hovering in the 90s throughout the day.
Huge outburst of emotion from Catherine Parenteau. Fist up in the air. That's the kind of emotion you love to see from a team that's down in the finals of game.
Side out.
So down now 0-2. A side out for Kovalova and Jardim. Take a look at Callie Smith. You know, when you look at the games of Smith and Parenteau, they've got all the ingredients to be a championship team. I think they just need to beat Kovalova and Jardim. They need to do it a few times, believe they can do it, and then just go from there.
For sure, this is all about confidence, and Simone and Lucy have been playing together longer than most of the female pro teams in our division, in that division, and so it is about confidence and knowing and believing that you can overcome them and beat them. But beating them once is not enough. You have to beat them multiple times to prove that you can do it, and it's not just a fluke.
2-2-2. Point.
ATP attempt that time from Parenteau, unsuccessful. Crowd enjoying it right now with Kovalova and Jardim.
3-2-2.
First lead for Jardim and Kovalova. Here in game number 2, that is, as Smith is able to score on a side out for the team in the far court.
2-3-1. Second serve.
Simone telling Lucy there, I've got to get to that spot faster. They're crossing over and stacking. She got there a little late. Somehow she ended up winning that point still.
Point.
Jardim can't get it over a point, ties it at 3.
Smith and Parenteau need a few of those here in game 2 to overtake Jardim and Kovalova, there's no question. You've got to have those go in your favor.
3-3-2.
Got to play your best. Got to have a little luck as well.
That's incredible defense by Callie Smith, guarding that line.
Into the net from Parenteau. Side out. And now to Simone and Lucy. You saw Parenteau starting to expect a lot more of herself here.
3-3-1.
Yeah, she got a little jumpy on that one, jumped over there in front of Callie Smith, but she'll bounce right back.
Oh,
Second serve.
Simone into the net now, second serve.
She was ready to hammer that ball. And again, just incredible defense.
Oh,
Callie wants that one back, I'm sure. She's just staring at the net after she hit that last ball.
4-3-2. Side out.
That was very uncharacteristic of Simone there. She usually drives a third and then drops a fifth. But that time she drove the third and drove the fifth.
just long. Tremendous tennis backgrounds from all these players. Parenteau, a Michigan State Spartan at one point. And Simone Jardim coached once at Michigan State before deciding to go all in on this great sport.
And actually, she was the coach and recruited Catherine Parenteau to play under her at Michigan State and then got her involved in pickleball as well. So she's the mentor, if you will, to Catherine Parenteau.
Teacher versus student, very much.
They have similar games when you watch, too. If you watch both of them on their backhand dinks, Drew, they look very, very similar on their stance and their structure and technique, the way they construct a point. It's all very similar.
Up against the net and out.
I could only dream of looking that good dinking a pickleball. They make it look easy and they look good doing it.
Second serve.
I want to point this out because you might watch that shot from Callie Smith and say, well, why would she just speed that ball up like that? What the best in the world do to the opponents is they frustrate them. They wear them down point after point, and they stay more disciplined. And that's what you're seeing right there is they break Catherine and Callie down and get them to be a little more impatient than they want to be.
Nicely done by Callie Smith. Callie Smith has got to dominate here moving forward.
5-4-2.
Second serve here, 5-4. The lead to the underdogs right now in game number 2. Oh, nice drop by Simone. How about another for you?
This is incredible. You know, I was about to say earlier that Catherine Parenteau and Callie Smith were doing a great job of avoiding the backhand of Lucy Kovalova, and then right on cue they attack her backhand, and she shows you why you don't want to do that.
Now Kovalova put on the spot and answering the challenge. Shook her head a little bit like, you don't want to try me right now. I am ready to go.
5-4-2.
Yeah, she uses that 5'10" frame really well. That height advantage does make a difference.
Oh, up against the post that time, couldn't do anything with it.
She was trying to go around the post like we've seen many times today, but that ball just didn't have enough pace to go out wide, as you see on the replay here. She was close, though. It was not far away from being in and around the post.
Simone Jardim with that look to her partner Lucy Kovalova, like, hey, it is time to go now. 6-5.
You have 6.
They have the lead again.
You are.
There is a sense of urgency from Smith and Parenteau right now, knowing they have to clinch game 2 and force a game 3 to have a chance here on championship court.
Kovalova with the finish. You know, last week here on championship court, every single match went to 3 games. Not the case today. They've been much quicker, and this one has the potential to be just that. As Jardim and Kovalova now have a 7-5 lead, and Parenteau and Smith,
All right, give it up for the
knowing
team
that they are on the
mascot.
brink here.
Yeah, I think that was a smart timeout, too. They're down 7-5. A little bit of a frustration point. That ball clipped off the net, popped up, and Lucy Kovalova hammered it for another point. So I think the pros do such a good job, Drew, of using their timeouts wisely. I think that was a great timeout. It's not quite to the point of panic, so you're going to try to stop that momentum. And let's take a look here, Drew, how these ladies got here.
Yeah, how these teams got here. Smith and Parenteau again, 11-6, 11-3. They fared much better here in this match. Had to go through Irvin and Tereshchenko, team that really had a few battles with the Waters family here today and survived that joust between Anna Lee and Lee. And you see getting here to championship court against Simone and Lucy, center stage, all the cameras on. Crowd packed in here as this is the final match of the day. Mixed doubles coming up tomorrow.
I have a lot of respect for these pros. They grind out these long days on the court. It makes for a 12 to 14-hour day, sometimes more, and they get right back up and go back at it the next day. So a lot of respect for them.
Winner by Simone Jardim, as we are now in hour number 7 of coverage on championship court. Unprecedented here in this sport, and a great job by all of our camera crew, production staff here today, bringing you this Simone Jardim Florida Grand Slam. That shot goes long by Kovalova.
Yeah, and you're hanging in there tough, Drew.
Hey, it's a pleasure. I'm having a blast.
You're doing a great job on the mic, and enjoy having these matches played out in front of us.
Good shot right there. Giving you a good scope of how fast this game has played, how instinctive you have to be. As now side out goes to Parenteau and Smith.
6-8-1.
They've closed it within 2. This is a big series right here for Callie Smith and Catherine Parenteau, as they need to keep points getting on the board when they have the ball in their court.
Big overhand, stays in. Kovalova tracks it down, and Jardim backhands it into the net.
My goodness. You know what? I thought the point was going to be over when it clipped the net and popped up, and somehow Jardim and Kovalova played great defense there. Ultimately, though, ended up losing that point.
And now it's getting hot in here.
Boy, they are rapid fire at the moment.
Wow.
Catherine almost yelling at the ball no, as if she was like trying to tell the ball, you didn't do what I wanted it to.
You have 7.
Gosh, the emotion and the blood, sweat, and tears that go into these matches is just incredible.
7, 8, 2.
This is a big point, Drew. They've got to find a way to get over this hump and at least tie it up. Unfortunately, maybe the commentator's curse right there as I spoke about it. She missed that third, giving the ball back to Kovalova to serve.
Still 1-point game here. Kovalova and Jardim seems like they've been trying forever to pull away. Smith and Parenteau won't let that happen.
That could be a game-changing point in this match. Smith played the most unbelievable defense in her life, ultimately making Simone Jardim hit one more ball, forcing an error there. We'll see if they use that to change the momentum.
Second serve here. Kovalova and Jardim charging forward. Wow.
This is incredible. Just
last 5 points have just been absolutely breathtaking.
I mean, what do you say about this? These ladies are battling every single point. That's a big point notched on the side of Jardim and Kovalova, separating the gap to 2 now.
A rare miscommunication there between Jardim
That doesn't happen much.
and Kovalova.
Yeah, I think Kovalova thought that Simone was back a little further than she was, and those paddles clacking. Callie doing what Callie does best, staying aggressive. I do like that strategy, but she's got to get that ball over the net there.
Simone just gave Lucy a look. Let's go. Come on, let's get this side out back. She does get it right back. You can just sense moments like this. Simone's just been there, done that before. That experience, just absolutely huge.
So relaxed, so calm, so poised.
Oh.
A little frustrated she didn't get that ball to go over, but again, Parenteau and Smith are very happy that ball didn't go over. They have to get one more stop here and get the ball back.
Barely squeaks over. But Parenteau just leaving it all on the court here.
She's really working Simone back and forth. Lucy Kovalova staying patient. A lob right at the baseline, put inside the line.
And now Kovalova's going to be put on the spot. Foot fault. Stepped on it. Was surging forward. Could not control that right foot that time.
Yeah, that was Kovalova that was called for the foot fault from Don Stanley, our referee, making sure he was loud enough for everyone to hear that. All right, this is a big series, probably the biggest series of this matchup.
How good can it get? Oh, Callie Smith. Now second serve here.
Drew, the defense by all 4 of these ladies is just unbelievable to watch.
Both these teams about deadlocked right now. How about that down the line? Simone now on the run. Oh!
Look, Catherine with a look of dismay as she fired off on that forehand, and Simone said, not today, Catherine, not today. Too good by Simone Jardim. Again, she's a closer, Drew. She finds ways to get it done down the stretch. can't teach this kind of thing.
Oh, back Kovalova up. Good job by Smith, picking her spot.
They are really digging in here and battling for every point.
Servers call a timeout. The score is
Timeout now. Smith and Parenteau will talk things over. Kovalova and Jardim put the rackets down as well. See, during these firefights, the one who is not active, so important that they stay active even when they're not hitting the ball because it comes back so quickly.
Yes, absolutely.
9-7, game number 2. Quick break. Check in with Jigsaw Health, and we'll be back.
Girls, I love being a girl. I love to play. I love to inspire, and I love to have fun. So you go girl. Go play. Go inspire. Go have fun. Because it's fun to be you. It's fun to play. It's fun to inspire. And it's fun to feel good.
Welcome back to Championship Court. 9-7, game number 2. Smith and Parenteau trying to stay alive, but Simone and Lucia are knocking on the door of another gold medal here on this PPA Tour. Drew Felios and Scott Golden. Kovalova will serve.
They're not done yet, Drew, and I think the timeout called from Simone Jardim was to give her a breather. She was a little winded after running around that much. That worked in the favor, though, of Catherine and Callie.
Jardim watches it go wide. Another point.
Really caught Simone off guard with that attack from Callie Smith. A big fist bump from Catherine Parenteau as they have another chance to tie it up here.
Can hear a pin drop right now in between points here at HCC Tennis Center.
It's tough right there. Simone is just so gritty.
That's how you got to be if you want to be a champion. Everybody clipping at your heels. How about this?
Oh my goodness. Drew, this is unreal.
As good as it gets, and it just gets
boy.
better. Parenteau stumbling over there. Hopefully she's okay.
I'll tell you how good of a shot that was from Simone Jardim. I watched Catherine go ahead and start sprinting out wide prior to Simone hitting that, and she still couldn't get there. Oh, she was already making her way that direction, and Simone with such a good angle off the court.
Side out now.
They did get one on that, so that's a big point.
Oh, Simone claiming it struck both of the players. Let's see, maybe we can have a look at it on the replay.
We'll take a look. From my vantage point, it looked like Callie got her paddle in the front side, and Catherine hit the back of Callie's paddle, but I could be wrong, but that's what it looked like. Referees say we're going to play on.
Yeah, a little bit short. Let's take one more look, see what happened. And it did hit both players. It looked like at the racket of Smith and Parenteau. So Jardim, her eyes did not deceive her that time.
She's pretty good at noticing those things.
Second serve.
You know, in those those moments when it's unfolding, it's tough. It's tough. But certainly Simone saw what she saw. But that could be a turning point here in game 2.
Trying to get a side out here. Parenteau. Smith trying to keep it alive. Kovalova and Jardim attacking.
Simone with a little pep talk to Lucy. Let's get it done. Let's do this right now.
They're close to being out on that serve. And Kovalova hits it into the net. Second serve coming up.
Yeah, Catherine recognizing that they were in the I formation to the right. Doing a good job putting that ball back cross court.
Defense from Smith and Parenteau has just been outstanding.
This is the point of the match right here. They've got to get a stop if they want a chance here.
Oh, Kovalova absolutely threads the needle. Drop that one like a hand grenade.
I mean, Callie Smith can get to almost every ball on the court, and she was in position, and that ball somehow still got by her paddle.
10-8-2.
First match point. Oh, falling down Jardim, and Parenteau went right after her. Simone will get up a little slowly.
Yeah, Catherine said, I'm not done yet. We're going to get the ball back and have a chance here, and she did just that. Yeah, Simone losing her balance just a little bit. 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but against Jardim and Kovalova, it's a mountain to climb, I promise you.
Just not going to give you any gifts. Simone right back up. And doing her thing.
You know what?
She is so good just knowing where that weakness is, knowing where that target is on Smith. It was right at her hands, maybe a little bit to her right, and she put it right on point.
Yes, she recognized that Callie shifted to the middle.
Side out.
Again, Callie driving that third, but too low. She's got to give her and her teammate a chance.
10-8-1.
All right, 10-8-1. We've got another match point.
Second match point. Into the net. Jardim and Kovalova.
Simone Jardim's Triple Crown still intact with an opportunity tomorrow with Ben Johns to take the gold medal in mixed pro. I like their chances, but anything can happen in pickleball.
Oh, what a performance, what an effort. Got all they could handle from Parenteau and Smith. 11-8, 11-8. Crowd enjoys it here on Championship Court. Parenteau and Smith, they will have their day, but just not today at the Simone Jardim Florida Grand Slam.
Well said, Drew. Yeah, they gave it their all. You know they left it all out on the court, but unfortunately, Lucy Kovalova and Simone Jardim just a little too much at the end of the day.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to the champions. Simone Jardim, Triple Crown hopes still intact. We'll be right back.
Grand Slam is brought to you by the PPA. Play where the pros play. By Jigsaw Health. It's fun to feel good. By ChampionshipCourt.com, your professional pickleball network. Foot Solutions. Your feet are the foundation of your health. Let's take care of them for you. By Fila Pickleball. And by The Dink, the new player in pickleball.
Just a beautiful night in Tampa, Florida. The sun sets over downtown here at the Simone Jardim Florida Grand Slam. HCC Tennis Center, the place. What a moment for Simone Jardim and Lucia Kovalova. They join our Hannah Johns in the Championship Court winner's circle.
I'm with our champions, Simone Jardim and Lucy Kovalova. Ladies, you look totally unbeatable, leaving us all wondering, what does a team have to do to beat you?
I'm not going to give away the strategy, Hannah. Are you kidding me?
They got to play lights out. Lights out.
So tell me what you did in this one to take it.
I think we just try to apply the same strategy as previous match, and they played great. They had great defense, and we played to win. As we always say, we are not here to participate. We are here to win. So we play that way.
And you ladies have been playing together for many years now. Is that true?
Almost 2 years, probably. Yeah, something like that. But, I mean, honestly, like, Lucy and I have known each other since she started playing pickleball. Her first finals was against me. I still remember she hit an around-the-post backhand that I was like, who the heck is this girl? So nobody knew who her and Matt were. And, I mean, I was kind of fresh, too. It was my first year playing. And we played each other a million times. And then we're like, okay, why are we beating up on each other? Like, let's play together and let's win some matches. We complement each other very well on the court. And today, like, we have had quite a few where we have not played well, and that's when it's tougher. And today we played well, and I think it makes our lives easier, and it's much more fun when we are playing like that. So, I mean, you know, we've made very few errors, so it's good.
So I have to ask, after all of these years, does winning still mean the same thing as it did in the past?
Of course, like every tournament, like everybody's here to beat us. Like, you know, like everybody wants to beat Simone and Lucy, so we have to still perform, and every win, like, it's even better and better.
And ladies, this is your tournament, Simone Jardim Grand Slam. I'm going to give you the space to make some shout-outs if you want.
Of course. So Chad has done all of the work, really, alongside with the PPA. Like I mentioned, that we outgrew our facility, and the tournament each year, our first year we started, it was good, and we made it work long nights. But then the second year was a week long, which we took a while to recover from that, and our numbers doubled. And then this year we doubled from last year. So I called up Connor and I said, we got to partner up and we got to find ourselves a new facility. And this is amazing. I mean, this turned out great, great center court, great venue all around, and we're just excited. I mean, it's been a great couple of days, and we got one more day to finish that out, and the weather is amazing. You know, that's why I live here.
Lucy?
Well, I would like to say thank you to PPA. They've always been amazing, and all the tournaments are great, and we are so happy and so lucky to have them. And then also our sponsors. So we have to say thank you to Jigsaw, because we didn't cramp today. We didn't. So thank you to Jigsaw. Also, my sponsor, Onyx and Fila. Thank you for everything. But I would like to say thank you to my parents for watching every single match all the way from Slovakia. So, hi. Pome.
Well, congratulations, ladies. We're going to bring Connor Pardo, the PPA commissioner, out here to present your trophies.
Congratulations.
Connor?
Thanks.
Congratulations, ladies. On behalf of the PPA, we'd like to present you with these championship trophies and just thank you for a great day of play. It was a blessing for everyone to be able to come out here and watch you guys play, and everybody at home. So thank you guys so much. We're lucky to have you.
Drew?
All right, thank you so much, Hannah. Great moment there with Simone and Lucy. Scott, final thought.
Just what a day of women's and men's pro. We're wrapping it up. It's been a great day.
Awesome. And we will see you tomorrow. Mixed doubles coming up from Tampa. Until then, from HCC Tennis Center with our phenomenal crew, alongside Scott, Hannah Johns, Lucia Kovalova, Derek Stewart joined us throughout the broadcast, Rick Barry, so many others. Jardim and Kovalova, women's champions. We'll see you on a Super Sunday from Tampa.